So you've probably already watched plenty of videos telling you don't do these bad habits, don't do this, don't do that because they're ruining your life. And in today's video, I'll be telling you guys things that are actually secretly ruining your life that you may not even know that you're doing. So let's get straight into the first one. And the first one is waiting for the perfect moment. So we all have those times where we hold off before we do something because we want it to be the right time. We make the excuse, I just need this to happen. I just need to know this. I just need to know that. And that's ruining your progress and is getting you nowhere, because success is awarded to those that take action. And if you wait for the perfect moment, you will never take action. And a good example in my life is starting this personal brand. I literally had no idea how to edit videos, how to do this, how to do that, but I just started because it's more important to know where you want to go and not how you get there, because the how part, you figure that out once you start. So don't try and figure everything out before you start, because you will figure everything out when you start. So that's just the first one. Let's get straight into the next one. The next one is focusing on the uncontrollables. There are many things in life that aren't in your control, and you just need to accept that. This is something that I struggle with a lot, but I am getting better at it as time passes. The future is uncertain, and you need to remember that. And you shouldn't be worried about what hasn't happened yet, because that'll only lead you to suffering unnecessarily. So focus on the present, because you are now in the present. You know what is happening right now, so you can control that. So only deal with the future and the uncontrollable aspects of the future once it becomes the present, because then you'll be able to control it. And there are things that you won't be able to control regardless of when it is. And you just need to realize that there are just some things that you can't control, and you just have to focus on the controllables and not the uncontrollables. This next thing is something that's ruining a lot of you guys' lives, and is being afraid of failure. And I know that failure seems like such a terrible thing, but it's not. Michael Jordan once said that, and I quote, "I have failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." And I couldn't agree with that more, because how I think about it is you never learn from your wins because you won. So you're not as self-reflective as you would be if you failed. So an example I always like to give is when you wrote a test and you're now going through it in class. If you get 100%, you do not care what the teacher says because you got 100%. You won. You did not fail whatsoever. But let's say you got 0%. You're gonna be there in class listening to every single word that the teacher says, and you're gonna take note of that, and then you're going to learn from that failure. And that goes with everything. So you should see failure as a blessing, because you will learn something from it if you have the right mindset. So stop being so scared of failing and actually fail more. Because what if I told you you are 10 failures away from your dream life, your dream girlfriend, your dream everything? If that was the case, how quickly would you want to fail? If I was you, I would fail as quickly as possible. So stop being so scared of failure and just embrace it and learn from it, because eventually you will reach success. Something that I see a lot of people struggle with is being authentic, and not being authentic is actually ruining a lot of people's lives, whether it's just your relationships or just everything, because being authentic is so important for actually attracting the right people around you. And I know why this is the case. It's because we want to be liked by everyone, and in order to do that, you will have to be inauthentic at times. But I'd like to tell you that you should stop doing that, and you should actually be happy if people don't like you. Whether you are fully aware of it or not, you should be glad, because being authentic means you standing by what you believe in, who you are, and all of the above. And if you do that, people aren't gonna like that, or certain people aren't gonna like that. And you should just be okay with that, because it means that you are grounded in who you are. In 2024, I was fully authentic to myself, and I did not care how many people stopped liking me or didn't didn't like how I was. I didn't care. And it was quite funny is I have a lot less friends now, but the people that are still around are people that genuinely like me for who I am. And this is also how I got such an amazing relationship, because I was authentic to myself and I attracted someone that was attracted to my authentic self, which is why the relationship that I'm currently in is just so amazing, because I'm myself and she loves me for who I am and I love her for who she is, and it's just an amazing dynamic. And this doesn't have to be the case with just dating, but just friendships in general. Like my best friend, I'm just being me, he's just being him, and we just love each other for that, and we're just like super close. So just be authentic and the quality of your relationships will be far better, even if there are less relationships in your life. And the last thing is something that I've struggled with for the longest time, and it has honestly led me to not making as much progress, and that's not asking for help. And I had this problem for quite some time, even back in the day, doing 1 + 1 is 2. I didn't want help, I wanted to figure it out on my own. But not wanting help or not asking for help is preventing you from making a lot more progress, because you can only do so much on your own, which is why you should be able to ask people that know more for help, because they'll be able to teach you new things, let you learn from their mistakes instead of allowing yourself to learn from your own, because you're just skipping a step. Instead of making mistakes and learning from them all by yourself, they can tell you, I made this mistake, this is what I learned from it, and then they can teach you that. And that's what I'm doing with this whole YouTube channel, making content. I'm teaching you guys everything that I wish I learned earlier, in hopes that you can make a lot more progress than I have in the few years that I've been dedicated to self-improvement. And I know as guys, we have this ego. No, I don't want to ask for help, I'll be able to figure it out. But drop your ego. That ego is preventing you from reaching the next level in your life. You want to be financially free, right? You want to have a 10 out of 10 girlfriend. You want to be able to retire your parents. Asking for help is going to allow you to get there quicker. I'd rather be an idiot for a minute and be a master at something for the rest of my life, instead of remaining an idiot, not being able to ask for help. And that's why all the successful people that I know of, they all have mentors. They all have someone that is ahead of them in their journey, and they constantly learn from them so that they too can reach the next level. So ask for help, whether it's actually asking someone for help or doing some research, watching a YouTube video like this, going on Instagram, doing this and that. Find help from other people, because you don't have to do it alone, and doing it alone is just gonna prevent you from reaching that next level sooner. So those were a few things that are secretly ruining your life, but that is all I'll say, gents. I'll catch you guys in the next one.